Hey guys, welcome back to the Inside Out YouTube channel. Today, as you can see, we have our beautiful ladies with us. We are doing this for a second time because yesterday it didn't work out. So we're gonna give it a retry and make sure that we give you all the great content that we want to give and help you at the end of this video. So the first thing is to introduce this video, and basically what we're doing is we're discussing the ideologies that social media brings around perfection. So let us get into this video. We're going to start with the question of how often are you told that you are perfect? So let's just start with Crystal and then we'll carry on.
Okay. Hi, my name is Crystal. I am a social media influencer. Yes, and I'm a student doing my third year in foundation-based teaching.
How often are you told that you are perfect?
A lot of the time on social media and through my DMs and comments and family and friends. Yeah, quite often.
And do you feel that you are perfect?
Absolutely not, because I'm human.
Thank you very much, Crystal. Madison, please answer the question.
So my name is Madison Banks and I am a model. I think I do get told I'm perfect quite often from also families and friends, and then social media and everything. And I don't think I'm perfect. As she said, I'm also just human.
Thank you very much, Madison. And do you think that you are perfect when people tell you this?
No, as I said, I am also just human. I don't think anyone's really perfect. I mean, I think we're all perfect in God's eyes, but as a human, no.
Thank you very much, Madison. Carlson, please, you're up next. Please introduce yourself and tell us.
Okay, hi, I'm Coulson Suleiman. I'm a social media influencer, part-time model, as well as I'm a student, so I'm schooling currently, and that's it. Oh, and a self-taught makeup artist.
And do you feel that you're perfect? People tell you they're perfect, and also do you resonate with the idea of you being perfect?
Most of my comments in DMs are DMs of girls telling me I'm perfect and stuff. And personally, I don't agree because we all have flaws and we all have to love it. And I guess that's what makes you kind of perfect, loving your flaws. Yeah, so I don't think I'm perfect.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Carlson. Okay, thank you guys very much. Now, the second question is, why do you think that social media uses influencers such as yourself to portray such an idea and image of perfection? And do you guys think that your own social media pages and TikToks, YouTubes, etc., add to this idea and ideology? We'll just go in the same order.
I do think that social media makes it seem as if a life is perfect or a person is perfect, but no one is going to show you the bad side of their lives or when things go wrong. Like, people don't usually show that part. So what you're seeing is just basically what's on the surface, because you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So yes, I do think social media shows that perfection side. Yeah. What is the other part of your question?
The other part of the question was, do you think that your social media page adds to that idea or shades away from the idea, etc.?
I don't think I wouldn't like to think that my social media adds to that idea, because as I was saying yesterday, that I don't wear makeup. I only wear basic things like lipstick or mascara, and that is just me showing that you can feel beautiful and be perfect just the way you are. You don't need makeup to enhance that. Not that there's anything wrong with makeup, but you don't need it to appear or seem perfect or be perfect. So yeah, I don't think my social media portrays that.
Okay, and yesterday, as we discussed, we were talking about how you want to be a teacher and everything like that. So, if you were a teacher, especially as you said, you're doing third year and foundation phase, if you were a teacher and a grade 3 child came to you and she had just gone through your social media page and she told you that it made her feel insecure and not perfect, what would you tell her?
I would tell her that she shouldn't compare herself to what she's seeing. I would tell her that she is like perfect the way she is, that she shouldn't allow what she sees to make her feel to make her feel as if she's not enough, to make her feel that she's not beautiful because she is, regardless, that she should just stay comfortable in her own skin. And that is how I show that confidence through like who I am, and that I would want that for her, or for the child.
Thank you. Madison, I have a different question for you. You mentioned God and religion yesterday and today as well. So, how would you say that you try and portray your religion into your social media in order to steer away from the idea of perfection that social media tries to portray?
So I know with me personally, I try to portray myself as like a godly person. And I know sometimes not all my captions are like scriptures or whatever, but when I want to put that across, or I found like a scripture I really want to share, then I obviously do put it on my story or I put it in my captions. And I just try to remind people that you're like beautifully and wonderfully made, like in God's eyes. And yeah, I hope that even my small contribute to that helps. But yeah, that's how I try. I just share what I learn.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, you were talking about how you had a point where you're showing acne and all of that just to show people that you aren't perfect. And also, you have your comedic side in your YouTube channel, which tries to show a little bit more of your life. How would you how would you speak to other influencers such as yourself to just encourage them to do the same thing so that this idea of perfection showed by social media could be changed?
Okay, so personally, like I said, I portrayed my acne and stuff. So I never actually had acne before. Like I'd have like pimples here and there, and and like eventually I broke out. Like, I was really insecure about posting out of people that are going through this. So I'm going to post my journey, post what I'm going through, and maybe if I find a way to like help my acne, I can like help people who are suffering with acne as well. And that's what I did. And people, like when they see my social media, they see, okay, I'm a self-taught makeup artist, I do makeup videos, I do this and that. But before my whole acne started, I literally just used to post like pictures of me with makeup. They'd be like once a month where I'd post a picture of me without makeup. And now literally like I'll like post pictures of me with makeup and pictures without, with the acne scars. Like right now you can literally see my acne scars, and it doesn't bother me at all because no one's perfect and no one should hide behind their acne like by putting on makeup and stuff. Just show yourself, because that's what makes you perfect, your imperfection. What is the other part of the question?
The other part of my question was, what would you just tell influencers? Like they wanted to just show one side of their lives to portray this perfection. What would you tell them so that they can portray how you portray, to show that they're not perfect?
I'd tell them that like no matter what people put out there, it's not actually the whole truth. Like people, like for instance, like on Twitter and stuff, there's always Twitter beef and stuff, and people always put out one side of the story and not the other side of the story. Likewise with influencers, they put out the perfect part of their life and they hide away the part of their life which is messy, the part of their life where this, like personally, like I suffer from depression right now. Influencers basically just put all that aside, and I think I tell influencers not to do that, because if you speak about your journey, like I spoke about my acne journey and that helped people in the process, and I feel like if you speak about your journey, like the hardships you're going through, you don't have to like put your whole life out there, but like you can speak about your journey, and maybe some way out of the thousands of followers you have, you'll at least help one person.
Thank you very much. Yvonne, I want to ask you, I read a quote. Well, I didn't read the quote. I watched the quote, and basically it's from Dear White People, the series on Netflix. And the writer in the thing said, a system that requires perfection in exchange for equality is untenable and unjust. So, do you think this quote can be related to social media, that you guys, say for example, you guys influencers, special people, you guys are the hierarchy of the social media society, and everyone else is trying to reach your level? So would you say that you agree with the quote when the quote says that a system that requires perfection in exchange for equality is untenable and unjust?
Okay, I'd actually say that I agree with the quote, because putting perfection over equality, number one, it's not right. And number two, we are all equal in God's eyes. We are all equal. We are all human. We are all the same. Nothing is. It's just that we all have one thing about us, but then it doesn't put our like worth over another person. So I actually really agree with you, because it's also not possible for everyone to be perfect, because life is just a constant battle of trying to like surpass the next person beside you. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Thank you so much for answering that question. And then a question that we had yesterday, this is directed to Madison, which is about how the modeling industry just tries to portray a certain level of perfection. And a lot of people, well, girls specifically, to the topic that we're having, want to become models, but don't think that they can become so because of their insecurities. So could you just repeat what you said today?
So, like I said yesterday, there's no such thing as a perfect model. I think if you have the passion for modeling and that's something you're like really passionate about and it's something you enjoy, then it's something you should go for, because modeling industry has like a diverse range of like insecurities, flaws, as you guys call them. And I know you said yesterday how people think they're not good enough for the industry, and because they won't be the perfect model, they won't fit into the ideal model. And I know personally I'm not an ideal model. I have stretch marks, I have cellulite, I struggle with my own insecurities on my own body, and it's honestly the reason I got to where I am is because I kept pushing, and it's something I'm passionate about, and that's the only way I got into it. So I would say to girls or guys watching this that want to go into the modeling industry but don't think they're good enough, that you're definitely good enough. There is a space for every type of person in this industry, and to just give it a shot and carry on going, and you're perfect just the way you are. So
Thank you, I love that. If we have a question for you again, what was my question? I lost my question. Oh wow, I lost my question. I don't know what my question was. Okay, so I lost my question. I really lost my question. Okay, so I'm just going to have to then figure out another question off the top of my head. Okay, Yvonne, I can't think of another. I'm sorry. So a lot of the times girls may look up to you guys and want to be like you guys, but obviously we have to be in all, I'm sure we're all in agreement that not everyone can be like you. So what would you tell them to um put together the idea of their identity, the fake ideas of perfection, and them wanting to follow their purpose? How would you put that all together, just to some sort of advice to just help them understand that you don't have to be perfect, you don't have to be like who you guys are? And yeah.
Okay, I would say that the first thing you should do is try to find yourself. I, for one, I went through a phase 2 years ago. I was depressed. I kept comparing myself to everyone around me. I had just moved to a new area. And then I was also struggling with YouTube. I had no inspiration whatsoever. And I was just trying my best to be like everyone I followed. And it didn't work out. All it did was made me feel bad. Highest, like 2 likes or something here and there. But to myself, I knew I was not happy. I knew I wasn't portraying how I am. And later on, like, I went on like this, how will I say it, I shall had to find myself, had to find what is good about me, what stands out about me. So I would advise you that you should try your best to learn about yourself, to know what is good about you, what makes you special, and do not try to be like anyone you see online. Highest, you could take some traits from them, but being like them entirely, it's not just. It's like, I tried my best to be like other people's people, but like some of my friends would DM me and be like, yo, like, you're trying too hard, just relax and be yourself. So I would say find your own identity, find what's special about you, be yourself, and don't try to copy others.
Thank you so much for that. So now we're going to do our closing question just like yesterday. One thing that you would like to tell a girl that's currently looking up to your social media page, what would you tell them? And yeah, what would you tell them if they were feeling insecure and felt that you just were perfect? What would you tell them and advise them? Especially this one is directed towards Crystal. If they're trying to become an up and coming influencer, how would you then advise them in that direction?
It's like I said yesterday, to own those insecurities, because that is you. That is the best part of you. Like, just be you. Show off that acne. Show off, like, just show who you are. There's no point in hiding it. And people admire other people who are so confident in themselves and who own themselves. So maybe, who knows, even you showing who you are, you could be inspiring someone else. It's those little things that are so important, that contribute to just much more confidence and not getting rid, but just embracing those insecurities, embracing who you are.
Thank you so much. Kalsam, what would you say, the same question of what advice would you give someone? Now, what advice would you give a girl who's feeling insecure and not as perfect as you are? What would you tell them if they were trying to become a micro influencer and they felt like them, or maybe rather if they were a micro influencer and they obviously, I believe you're still trying to grow, if they wanted to grow but they're a micro influencer and don't think that they can become bigger than what they are already, but they look up to your page because you seem like you can be bigger and you seem like you have it all figured out, what do you then tell them?
Okay. Okay, my family's being really loud right now. Just give me a second.
Mia, did you hear the question?
Yes, I did. My family's just being really loud. Okay, so um, I have a lot of people that do look after me, people that actually come up to me in person and tell me, oh, you're cool from cinnamon, can I have a picture with you? You're so perfect. And people that just like, especially girls, that just want my number just because they think I'm perfect, and because they think that, okay, if they have my number, okay, they'll be close to perfect or something like that, you know? And what I always tell them and what I'll continue telling them is that, you know, like, I'm not perfect. I show you guys what I want to show you guys. I don't show you guys what's happening behind doors. I don't show you guys, like, when I have a shoot, I take like 2 hours just for the shoot. Other than that, the rest of my day is literally just me doing whatever I want to do. I don't show you guys what I do. So if you think I'm perfect, then I'm really not, because no one is perfect. Everyone has their flaws. And to the micro influencers, it took me a while to get to where I am right now, and I'm growing slowly. And there are times where I'm like, okay, my following isn't growing. Okay, my posts aren't getting that much likes, and I feel demotivated. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe I should like do something different. But just find your niche and your niche whatever, and focus on that. Like, if your niche is you doing makeup videos and stuff, focus on that. If yours is doing styling videos, focus on that. But maybe try different things out as well, things that you're comfortable with doing, but also sometimes go out of your comfort zone, because you might do something great someday, you know? So just stay confident. You'll go to where you need to go eventually. Trust God's plan.
Thank you so much, Pastor. I see that Mia has just joined us. So Mia, I have a question for you. Could you please just start by introducing yourself? And then the question is, what would you tell a girl that is trying to get into the music industry? What would you tell them if they didn't feel like they were perfect enough for the music industry and didn't get the perfection standard that the music industry may portray on social media?
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to mute, start the video over here. Just having a little bit, can you hear me though? Oh. Okay, now I can't hear, but I'll speak. Sorry about this. Okay, I'm having difficulty with the video, but I can still answer the question. That's right. Okay, awesome. So for any female getting into the industry, especially like in the hip hop and rap industry, I would say, where it's kind of very, you know, sexualized, and girls are told to act a certain way or to look a certain way, seen as successful, or in order to be seen as like they can make it. And if there were girls wanting to get into that industry, my advice would be to just stick to who you are. And I know that sounds very like cliche and overrated, but it's a very integral part of who you are at the core. Don't let outside influences change who you feel like you are inside. Like, if you like a certain style of music, go with that flow. Be open to learning, but still be very true to yourself. Don't change to fit a certain box to be approved by others. Like, if you're doing you and you're doing it consistently, people love you regardless.
Thank you so much. It's a pity that we can't see. Thank you. Answer that so well.
But thank you so much.
No problem. Yvonne, I have another question for you. I actually remembered my question. My question was actually directed to the fact that so many people that want to venture into the influencer place of recording yourself, so essentially YouTube or TikTok or whatever, they feel uncomfortable in front of the camera or going live, etc., and just don't know how to deal with that. Even like maybe they'll edit a video but they won't upload it because they feel insecure about the way they look in front of the camera or anything like that, or even the way they sound maybe. So what advice would you then give to someone who is feeling that way and feeling that they don't look like the way you guys look like in front of camera? It's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, Okay, I would say that you're like they should know that they're not alone because I've gone through that before. Like I have so many videos that I didn't upload because of I feel like I don't look nice. I feel like I sound weird, like the audio is funny, stuff like that. But then later on, I just want them to know that the camera is your friend. Like that's how I got comfortable in front of the camera. Like I see it as kind of like my best friend because this way you can't actually like be judged. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but nobody is there to judge you. Nobody is there to tell you, oh, you look like this or you sound like this, because the camera just accepts you the way you are, and you should just like get that mentality that yes, this is me, this is how I sound, and I am perfect the way I am. To be comfortable in front of the camera, it doesn't really take much from you. Just look at it like you guys are best friends or you guys are long lost friends. That's how I got around to taking my videos and stuff, because I think when I first moved, I had no friends. That's when my career started, basically, because I was more comfortable.
With the whole idea of perfection and the whole Insecure project, when we did start the project, the idea behind it is that we may not necessarily be able to help the girls get rid of their insecurities completely. Like I mentioned yesterday, insecurities is a thing that you keep on getting, and it keeps coming with various scenarios and various life issues you may come across. I made the example of the pregnancy, and you get pregnant, you may now have insecurities about your pregnancy fat. So what advice would you give someone that they could have and equipped, that they can always use no matter what insecurity, where they're from, how they deal with their stuff, and etc.?
Our body is going to go through so many changes as we get older. We're going to get wrinkles, we're going to get fat, we're going to get skinny, we're going to create more stretch marks. It's the cycle of life, and we need to remember that everyone goes through this in different ways. And as you grow older, I just want to, so that you can carry with yourself, just remember that even though you may have insecurities, just always try to find something that you love about yourself, so that slowly but surely you can finally learn to love yourself fully. So let's say you like your eyes but you don't really like your mouth. Like on that day when you like realize you don't really like the way your mouth is looking, then you're just like, well, I love my eyes. And you just need to keep trying to be confident in the areas you're already confident in, and then slowly but surely I hope that you guys will be confident throughout.
Thank you guys so much. Can everyone just let us know where we can find you, and we can wrap up this video? And if you have anything else to add, please do so. And we will start with Crystal.
You can find me on Instagram as Snowberry Pizza. You can find me on Twitter, Snowberry Pizza, on YouTube, the same, and on Facebook as Myron Philander. And then something I just want to add, like yesterday my mother gave me such a nice example. She's like, when you take off your bra at the end of the day, and like it's such a relief. She was like, that is how it is when you try so hard to be perfect and you want to keep up that persona or that image that you're trying to portray, and it becomes so heavy, and then at the end of the day when you have to just take it off, it's such a relief. It's just so relaxing. So sometimes it's okay not to try and be something you're not and carry that around you, because it becomes tiring, it becomes heavy. So just be you, be yourself, love yourself, and yeah.
Thank you. That's beautiful from Mama Crystal. Okay, Kalsam, please let us know.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Kulsum Suliman, KULSUM SULIMAN, and then on TikTok at Kulsum_Suliman, and then on Twitter at Kulsum_Suliman with the X in place of the I. And then on YouTube at Kosum Cinnamon. And I just like to add that you do you, boo. People are gonna hate regardless, and just ignore the hate, shine, and yeah, you got this.
And Madison, you are next.
So you can find me on Instagram at maddie.j.b_. So that's madi.j.b_. And then I just wanted to say that during this quarantine time, just remember to not beat yourself up. This is a very hard time for all of us at the moment. Like, I know a lot of people's depression and anxiety is a lot worse at the moment, and people are going through so much in our country and all over the world. Just don't beat yourself up if one day you don't feel like working out or you're eating a lot, because this is a very stressful time and you just need to work on self-love rather than trying to perfect yourself in this time. Just remember that it's all going to be okay as well, but yeah, just keep positive and make sure that you're focusing on your mental health rather than your physical. Not your physical health, like your physical body. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Madison. And next we have Mia. Please let us know where we can find you, and also just let us know anything else you may want the girls to know.
Okay, awesome. You can find me on, any form of social media at Miss Savage. That's Miss_SXVAGE. And yeah, I just wanted to add, well, first of all, thank you, guys, for this beautiful discussion. This is actually, really, really amazing. And also, yeah, just keep expressing, just creating, because I think that's really what it's all about, putting out value for others to kind of learn from and grow from, and also growing ourselves. And yeah, you guys are all beautiful, and thank you so much.
Yvonne, last but not least.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at _.ebun, that's _.edun, and YouTube at Life of Ebun. And what I have to say to you guys is, my favorite quote is by William Shakespeare. It says, "To thine own self be true." So work on yourself and just be true to you. Believe in yourself and know that you're beautiful the way you are. You are perfect the way you are. And this quarantine period, we have so much time to ourselves. So just try and use this time to work on yourself, to find out one thing about you that makes you better than everyone, that just makes you stand out. And yeah, believe in yourself and you're beautiful.
Thank you guys so much. And before I end this whole video, I just wanted to point out how amazing each and every one of you is. And because we're doing this for the second time, and a lot of your answers were extremely similar and more thought out, in fact, it just shows that all your answers came from a genuine place, which is really, really beautiful. So finding genuine people is difficult. So thank you guys so much for helping us with this video. Again, I have to say thank you.
And also shout out to Warren because he's doing the whole recording thing. So thank you, Warren. And we are done. Thank you guys so much.
And you already know the drill. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification button to keep in touch with the 10-week program.